For the first time since lockdown started, I'm going to ride some trails. Specifically, I headed to the U.S. National Whitewater Center. There are over 50 miles of trails here, but I'm actually looking to ride a very small section. One thing to note is that it costs $6 daily or $50 annually to park here. I come here a lot, so I have the pass. Pro tip for anyone who has a roof rack like me, do not park under the power lines. You will get shocked taking your bike off. The first trail I'm heading to is Tower 93. To get there, you start at the entrance of the South Main Trail. The first section of this trail is one of my favorites to ride. At the split, you go left to follow South Main and continue following this trail. There is an option called the Carpet Trail that has some challenging climbs and technical downhill, but I'm skipping this one today. After riding along the Catawba River, you will get to the entrance of Tower 93. This is how you get to the top of the jump line. Since the first time I was here, they've done some work on this trail, so I'm really looking forward to riding it. When you get to the top, you start at the Tower 93 sign. Normally, this is where I would get a lot of pedals in. However, I've heard a couple people ending up in the hospital after the rebuild, so I'm taking my first run easy. It's also worth mentioning that this trail has some erosion issues. Not a big deal on my Diamondback though. The whole trail is completely rollable, but there are several jumps that you can send for quite a bit of distance, but not much height. After my first run down, I realized that they didn't really build this trail up. They actually just shaped the jumps properly. The Whitewater Center gets thousands of riders a year on these trails, and one like this takes a beating. I saw some others taking the fire road back up, so I tried that as well. It is faster, but you do have to get on the trail for a bit, which is not the safest or most courteous option. Now that I know the trail, I took a few runs going a bit faster. I think they definitely upgraded this trail with the rebuild of the jumps. However, I did feel like it was running a bit slower. Obviously because the lips aren't as beat down right now. After riding Tower 93, I'm going to head to the Slalom Course. To get there, you just keep following the South Main Trail. The next option is the Wedge Trail, and I did ride this one today. It's a pretty chill ride with a jump at the end that I usually end up sending to flat. I ended up skipping all the other options including Goat Hill and Toilet Bowl. Both fun trails, but pretty challenging. After riding the South Main Trail along the river again and heading back up, you'll arrive at another clearing where you'll find the entrance of the Slalom Course. This trail is a little bit shorter than Tower 93, but the jumps are bigger. After the first berm, the first jump is the biggest, and you can really boost this one. Next, there is a downhill that has a new little bump jump on the side that's pretty fun. The rest of this trail has several jumps and berms. Most people cut out to the right at the last berm, but you can go out the other way too. The slalom course seems to have also been built up a little, and overall, it's an improvement. My only complaint is that the last two jumps, which are quite small, have super steep lips that feel like hitting a wall. After riding the slalom trail, you can take the rest of the South Main Trail back to the parking lot. It is worth mentioning that most of the trails at the Whitewater Center are multi-use and multi-directional. It usually isn't much of an issue, but I have seen people pushing strollers up Tower 93, so it can be a little sketchy. Guess this option is not open anymore. When I'm done, I usually do a loop around the rafting area as well, just to see what's going on. Hey, thanks for checking out my video on the jump lines at the U.S. National Whitewater Center here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Normally on a nice day like today, you'd be able to come down here, grab a beer, grab some food, watch some kayakers and rock climbers, that kind of thing. But unfortunately, since we're in the middle of this global pandemic, none of that's going on. There's no live music or anything. But hopefully, we're lucky that the trails are still open though, and hopefully things will get back to normal here soon, because it's a really fun place to come ride, hang out, have a beer, all that kind of stuff. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll be making more of these.